here with the first gym class feeders of the post-LCUS split, and boy oh boy are we tickled pink to be here with you. We've done a lot of great fun things since the end of the last split, but it is so nice to be back in our comfort zone in League of Legends. And I couldn't ask for better company tonight, as I'm joined by legendary caster himself, Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, my dude?
Oh, it's good to be back, man. It feels weird to have my Sunday nights free. Thought it'd be nice, but I missed it, so happy to be here.
Hey, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, we're in a new meta since our latest, since our season ended. It's no longer the season of expedited jungle farming or tanking. It's definitely a slower meta in my eyes, and control mages are out. Probably the weakest that they've been, but pro play, you can't tell them that. Jeff, what do you think are some things we could see tonight?
Well, I think you're right about the meta, based on what I've seen in pro play and things. That being said, I think that these players, they're going to play whatever the heck they want, especially considering this is gym class feeders. It's not LCUS, so, you know, the stakes are a little lower. I think these guys are, and girls, I'm not sure if we have any girls, but guys and girls, if there are any, I think they're just going to be looking to have fun, maybe looking to pop off, so who knows what we'll see tonight, but I wouldn't expect it to definitely conform to the overall meta.
Good stuff. Hard agree. Hard agree. Our teams for the night are on Team 1, GCF 1, it is Prowler, Sigtal Eternal, Burn the Heretic, Gotta Get Lucky, and did I name 5? I'm sorry, folks. Doing too much at once, and I'm not doing any of it well.
Yeah, everybedy's shuffling around, so I'm trying to figure it out as well.
We'll start over. Sigtal Eternal, Gotta Get Lucky, Greybeard of Odin, Burn the Heretic, and A Prowler. On the other team, Team 2, we have Captain Ravane. We have Sexy Bidet, we have Calhop, we have Pointy, and we have Fruity Dinosaur. We really appreciate our players for signing up. Anytime we have events like this, you can catch them here on Twitch and on our YouTube after the fact, but you sign up ahead of time through our Discord or on our Facebook page. So please search those out. You can get the details right down there in the doodly-doos below the stream. All right. Just one more second while I fix another technical error. I'm loaded with those tonight, Jeff.
I think we all are.
All right. Where is the capture? There we go. All right, Jeff, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Let's get this party started.
For our viewers out there who might not know, these 10 players will have signed up and filled out a short little survey just so that we can potentially balance teams evenly. We have players sort of rate their own play as well as sign up for certain positions that they're comfortable in. So hopefully everyone gets to have a good time. Nobody gets auto-filled into something uncomfortable. And then Mr. Lord right here selected 2 captains, and they went and chose like gym class back in the day.
All right, well, we're seeing picks and bans come across right now. Divakin, thank you so much for the subscription. We're glad to see you back in chat. Slack, oh, a pleasure. Brandana, you're right, this isn't Dota 2. If Kenneth was here, he would say, no, this is a bad game.
Weakling.
Seeing bans come across, that's definitely a targeted ban towards Pointy, getting that Zoe right off the table ASAP. Volibear hits a lot of players on Prowler's team right now. That definitely hits Eternal. Odin has some time on it, and Prowler as well. So you've got a lot of bear energy on that team. Time to ban it out.
Yeah, and the Zoe ban makes sense. We've seen Pointy Ball go off on that in the past. And let's face it, it's just not a very fun champion to play against, so not at all surprising that they don't want to deal with that.
Now, I'm very interested in the Rek'Sai ban. It's traditionally not an LCUS meta pick in any format, but I'm guessing in a meta with some squishy glass cannons, Rek'Sai would be a high priority pick. The Cinnabon is highly meta. She does have such late game scaling potential, and it really is a rock paper scissors right now, Jeff, in my eyes, where you either are well executed early game comp or lose lane, win game scaling comp. At least in pro play.
Yeah.
Of course, all this conjecture we're throwing at you folks is from pro play. Urgot ban comes across. Very, very odd ban. Prowler's just like, I'm not even going to give you the chance. Hecarim ban coming across, definitely targeted. Super meta pick right now, but Heretic, it is his jungler of choice.
And from what I'm seeing, I think that Rek'Sai ban you talked about may have been aimed at Calhop, who it looks like is the jungler over on Team Ravane. Just did a quick op.gg. Looks like he plays that. So maybe that's Team Prowler doing some research.
Now, I definitely am a big fan of the Amumu pick. In a slower scaling meta, large CC, like that Amumu ultimate, very valuable at every stage of the game. Zac is a very solid answer, able to reach into the back line, but in a front-to-back team fight, I always find him to be a liability.
Really? How so?
Well, if you use all your, if you use that full kit to go to the back line, you're really giving up a lot of utility, in the front to eat a lot of those, skill shots. So it's really, he has to get that CC chain off with his, elastic arms, that, E ability. Mm-hmm. So, if he whiffs the Q and doesn't follow up with that solid two-person CC, you've lost it.
Agreed. But I think that, it's not like Amumu really does that much else once he burns his R and his Q as well.
You're not wrong.
I feel bad that Kenos isn't here because both teams having two solid tanks. First 4 picks were all tanks. If you, I consider Darius a tank at least, and so that speaks to the meta that you were talking about earlier. So good call on that. Wow. And Kai'Sa Xayah are our AD carry picks already, so almost feels like we're a couple seasons ago in terms of the drafts we're seeing.
Yeah, and there is some carry potential in the top lane from Darius, but with any Juggernaut playing into an Ornn, it's definitely a battle of attrition. I think that this is going to be a very slow team fight. These mid picks are going to be high value. I love the Morg ban coming out because that could go top, and Morg jungle is so hype right now. Prowler probably burning at the seams to getting to see it played in LCUS.
Diana coming out. That's fun to see, and that Zyra could be a flex pick. I haven't seen Zyra mid in quite a long time, but that doesn't mean that it's not viable.
Pocket picks are a thing, my dude.
Absolutely.
I would love to see a Zyra mid. Honestly, when I think about some of the flex picks and some of the strong mid lane choices right now, Orianna, Mecha Robo dude with the laser, whose name I always forget, even though I've been playing this game a decade. Victor. You only see him in pro play. When's bronze?
I love playing Victor, to be honest. But I will admit he's kind of boring.
Yeah, he's very boring. but so impactful late game.
Last pick.
Ooh.
Oh, Pointy on LeBlanc. Yeah, we had 3 bans that looked like aimed at Pointy overall in the end. So MVP of the pick ban stage, at least so far. And will be support Zyra.
See if I can help simplify this pick ban in the future. And us explaining the teams by adding some team graphics. There we go. Isn't that better, folks? You appreciate that.
Let's see. I feel like Team Prowler's pretty heavy into magic damage. They're not going to have too much physical damage. It's just burn the Heretic on Kai'Sa, and a decent chunk of her damage is magic to begin with. So if Calhop and Bidet really stack up the MR, they could become really, really unkillable.
Oh, yeah, and that's a huge concern. One concern I don't have is the thank you I have for. Ooh, this is gonna be abused. Qurupeco, Querepeco. My favorite subscriber at this minute. Let's call you that. My favorite subscriber. Thank you so much for the sub. We really appreciate it. I love seeing the chat. Love seeing you guys engaged. Man, have we missed y'all. As the spectator late winds down, Jeff, who you giving it to at this point? I'm interested to hear your pick, just so I can say I disagree with you.
I guess just looking at the comps, I like Team Ravane. I just think there's a lot better damage balance there. Overall execution-wise, I think that it's easier for Team Prowler to start fights whenever they want. There's a lot of long-distance crowd control that if he's smart about it, Burn the Heretic can ult in off of that, get some early picks in fights and things like that. So I think that it's going to be up to Team Prowler to take the initiative. But I think that if things get really late game, I'm going to give it to Team Ravane.
I agree. I think a lot of the weight falls on that LeBlanc pick. If she's able to get ahead and stop Greatbeard Odin from snowballing on that Diana. LeBlanc has such pick potential in these games given the right flank, but Diana doesn't have to go for a flank. She can go right in through your front line and just pull you all together and deal so much damage. And I feel like that comp has the ability to fight through that. Now, I know the Amumu, great CC, but what's the follow-up there? Is that a Zyra ult? Are we looking at the Xayah ult? A lot of those are very strong abilities, but I love to see those in peel opportunities as well. So I agree. Late game, we're probably looking at a Ravane win, but I'm excited to see how this Diana and Greatbeard of Odin perform. Burn the Heretic, I had the honor of clashing with him this last clash, and he played ADC, and he did a stellar job. So I imagine he'll continue that today. And Prowler on support, what can't this man do?
Yeah, and not to throw too much shade at Lux players, but I mean, Lux is a relatively simple champion that I think is perfect for people who might not play support very often. So I expect a really potent performance out of him on that champion.
Hard to agree. Hard to go. Oh, Peach coming out with the stable internet. Woo! All right, folks. We are coming down to the last precious seconds. We're about to load in. We don't get much time to look at skins anymore, Jeff. I hate to have a first world problem like fast.
I know, right?
But, it really takes away from the aesthetic value that the pick gives us. All right.
We just gotta have quick eyes.
We are switching. You guys enjoy my desktop there for a second. Cloud9, your 2021 MSS champions, future MSI champions, future world champions. You can eat it if you disagree, and if you agree with me, you're beautiful. Looking at these, we do see, ooh, Prestige Diana.
Prestige I love the synergy from the. Yeah, I love the synergy from the upper right corner, if you will. Lots of ladies in white and gold.
I tell you, looking at all these skins, there's no
Amumu skin.
I mean, one sad mummy. I've got to say, I'm giving it to the team with the most prestige skins and the Elementalist Lux. That's a small country's GDP in skins there. There's a country somewhere in the world that are like, we're gonna blow our whole budget and get the prestige skins from the past two events in Elementalist Lux.
Really... for me, it's Team Prowler by a mile in this one.
Yeah, I mean, just in money alone, they got that FU money.
Yeah, even though Elementalist Lux isn't a prestige skin, she has sort of the coloring of a prestige skin, so I just love that synergy up there.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, we have prestigious LeBlanc for Pointy, which I am not a huge fan of. So the one skin, or one of the skins with the word prestige in it is not so prestigious in my mind.
Hey Jeff, you want a prestige skin? You have prestige skin at home.
That's pretty perfect. I can't believe I've never seen that before.
All right, folks. All I had to do was complain about quick load times.
Yep, and here we are.
You know, Jeff, I have too much money, and I'm too handsome, and my health is too good. I can't express enough how well off I am. Just absolutely loaded. Oh, wait, no, it's right. I'm absolutely impoverished and my health sucks. Yes, welcome to the game, folks. Let's get
We're good.
Let's get out of these dark times and out of this dark mind. As our summoners load on the screen and our champions load, we again want to thank you for your subscriptions via Twitch Prime. Make sure you're getting those skin shards, folks, as you listen to my voice. Just go on to the League client. It's got a button you can click to check that out. Get those skin shards. You earned it. You paid for it.
Oh, come on, guys. It's a scrim, and we're still not going to have any invades?
30 seconds until minions
No, this is the GCF championship.
This the championship? It's the first night.
I would love to treat GCF like wrestling. So like the winning team gets the GCF belt, and they get to keep it. They get to keep it until they lose it, and we just keep like the unofficial world champion.
Yeah, almost like the like Elder Wand rules.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Minions have spawned.
Alpha935_LXA, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. We greatly appreciate it. Keeps the lights on. Some quality chat coming across.
Yeah, Pointy Ball getting super toxic. Or excuse me, he's not Pointy Ball anymore. He's just Pointy. Bot side starts for both junglers. Pretty standard.
Whoa, what did I do?
Oh, I really want Fruity Dinosaur's plants to seal the blue buff. Nope. Okay.
Woo, y'all enjoy this. Brought to you by Radeon Software. Make sure that you're getting your upgrades and doing your software updates ASAP. Let's put the...
Should you get an update pop up?
Yeah. Let's cut on objective timers. Let's cut on the scoreboard. Give y'all that quality experience I know you're waiting for. Cut off that timer. Time controls. There we go. Quality League of Legends, folks. Alright, looking at it.
My gosh, a level 1 brawl in the top lane.
Now, Bidet in this last split definitely was an all-star performer for me. We got to see carry Eternal, but Bidet, nay, for Loco Addict in prior splits, really had a standout performance, and it looks like he's continuing that, bullying off the Ornn.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that I believe Ornn was probably his most potent champion throughout this split as well, so definitely going to be feeling comfortable on that pick. Ravane and Fruity Dinosaur really taking the initiative in this bot lane. Got the early level 2. And actually, Sigtal Eternal going really well. Bidet's under turret. Oh, he goes down. Goes too far.
Big carry energy coming out from the brawler in the top lane. Sigtal Eternal. Season 2 of the anime coming next split, y'all. It's going to be some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. And I was absolutely wrong. I absolutely got mixed up between who was on Ornn and who was not.
It's alright. It's because you thought he was a tank, but he's playing the mage assassin build. Now we are seeing TP coming back to lane, so that is going to be a TP diff favoring Team Ravane. I'm going to let you talk a minute, Jeff, while I put up... Oh, and I minimized league. Didn't want to do that. It's a quality stream, y'all.
In the mid lane right now... the mid lane right now, it's relatively even. Oh, Fruity Dinosaur gets a kill down in the bot lane, actually. Prowler didn't burn flash, so must have just gotten caught by the Grasping Roots. Sorry, I didn't see that one, folks. Maybe Sigtal Lord did.
I caught that
in the mid lane, though, we're seeing Pointy Ball actually have to recall first, which is not necessarily what I'd expect in a ranged versus melee matchup. But Greatbeard of Odin has landed basically every Crescent Strike, and so really taking chunks out of the LeBlanc. Now Pointy Ball, though, does teleport back, looking for the all-in, doesn't have the Ignite, though, so probably won't have the damage. Jump in from Gotta Get Lucky with the Slingshot, and Pointy Ball has to flash, so Odin actually burned his Ignite, probably just as a deterrent, knew he wouldn't get the kill, but he will be up a flash now, as Pointy Ball had to burn both Summoners in the last few seconds for that play, which ultimately was unsuccessful.
Quite the scuffle in the mid lane, and that Zac coming in, forcing that flash, very well executed from Team Prowler. Let's see how Pointy rallies.
And I think that Pointy should have been aware that Zac was up there. I believe that CalHop saw Gotta Get Lucky up in that quadrant of the jungle a moment ago, so maybe a little bit over-aggressive to go for an all-in like that, knowing that the enemy jungler is nearby, and that it's Zac who can just get places so quickly.
Another fight in the top lane.
Oh, once again, Sexy Bidet actually flashes. He's down a level still, though. I'm not sure how this is going to go for him. Lands one more Q, but I don't think he has the damage. He goes under the tower. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane, CalHop picks up a kill. That gank was starting right as we started watching that top lane. At least I did. Sorry about that. But another kill in the bot lane. It's Prowler goes down again, and this time he did burn his flash as well.
For continuation of quality, Kenos would have preferred us watch the top lane, and we'd hate to give you a different product when he's not here. So we'll always prioritize the top lane in those fights. Just play.
Gotta love the tanks.
Now, we do see Lucky up top. Eternal, I don't think he's been caught yet. Bidet farming. Or an engage coming across.
Yeah, Bidet's dead. Oh. Oh, the Slingshot runs out, actually. I think they should still get him. There's that Q you were talking about. They pull back the Darius. He has no way out of this. Will eventually get smacked down by the two big guys. So, that was interesting. Team Rivain, they kind of missed everything, but fortunately it was still enough. The level advantage was very helpful there.
It is going to be some big gold going into Eternal's pocket. A bit of a comedy of errors, but the punchline still arrived. So we do see Jeff Pointy in the mid is already back down below half health. Odin got full mana bar, just about full health. Is this going to be something that LeBlanc can scale into?
I don't really think that that's going to be... I don't think that the lane is going to be how Pointy impacts this game anymore. I think that you're going to have to get CalHop into that lane just at least to push the wave out so that Pointy can roam. I think that that's where Pointy is going to make the impact now because the lane really has not been going very well. I also think that it goes back to that failed all-in by Pointy a couple of minutes ago where he came back with a full health bar. Probably could have just bullied Odin off the wave and gotten an advantage in that way, but he tried to all-in and ended up losing a lot of health for it.
We do see some aggressive vision coming out as well as this engage on Drake. First Drake probably going over to Team Prowler. Zyra will catch vision of it.
Yeah, there's CalHop is nowhere nearby though, and there aren't really any long-range abilities that could steal it. So first Cloud Drake goes over to the side of Team Prowler. It's funny how these this map is, or the power, I suppose, the gold is split very vertically here, where you've got the 2 kills going over to, or 2 deaths on Bidet up in the top lane, and then 2 deaths on Prowler down in the bot lane. CalHop walking right up onto Gotta Get Lucky, misses the bandage toss though, and Gotta Get Lucky able to hop away. CalHop is level 6 though now, so has a level advantage on his counterpart, and that Curse of the Sad Mummy is locked and loaded. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bidet on the roam, but Greatbeard of Odin just kills Pointy Ball as he comes in. Sig Tower Eternal on a great match. He's already there, and Bidet could be in a lot of trouble. He's standing right next to a wall as well, in the bounce house, and he's thrown out just as quickly. A third death for Bidet. Great job by Eternal and Gotta Get Lucky to get in there so quick. Now you have the bot lane, though, roaming up. Everybody's here. It's a party in the mid lane. Greatbeard of Odin goes down. He's probably thinking, what are these guys doing here? But it's a good roam from Vayne and Fruity Dinosaur, given that they had the lane pushed up in the bot lane. They jump in. They flash, actually. Looking for Eternal. That could be a shutdown. No, not quite a shutdown, but good job by Fruity Dinosaur to get in and out of that situation. So roaring back real quickly is Team Ravane.
Very well turnaround following that huge engage in the mid lane from Great Beard of Odin and the Prowler squad. So, Jeff, with solid returns like that, we're seeing this Ravane team start to come online with effective macro, where I feel like there was more than enough vision in that bot side to have seen them not in lane. The creep wave was pushed up at the time, I believe. So, do you think this was just was the follow-up on that a lack of communication from Team Prowler, or was it just tunnel vision on getting that mid turret gold?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of overconfidence. I mean, Great Beard of Odin just turned around a 2v1 even before his help got there, and then once his help got there, it was a slaughter. But I don't necessarily blame them for not expecting the bot lane roam, because when the lane is pushed up like that, you generally expect the other team's bot lane to just reset. You just want to get back, get a good buy, continue your advantage. You know, bot lane is not really the lane that you expect to roam, especially this early in the game. Calhop in the mid lane, looking for a gank. I believe he still has Curse of the Sad Mummy available, but look at Great Beard of Odin just doing so much damage. Calhop just running up. He gets the Curse of the Sad Mummy down, but Pointy can't really jump in. So now it's just a little game of chicken as Odin, oh, he jumped in but got stunned up by the Bandage Shots right as he did that. Wow, that was some crazy interaction.
Oh man, that was a bit of water torture there, death by tears, but glad to see Pointy able to step in and get that assist gold. I think Odin has that carry mentality. Oh, Bidet trying to fight in the top lane.
Oh boy. He is really not willing to admit that he can't 1v1 this matchup. We'll see if this time he's right. He is even in levels now at least, and actually Flash from Eternal, so maybe worried about that passive stacking up. We also saw another kill for the bot lane of Team Ravane. They caught Prowler, I believe it was near that Tri-Brush, probably during a little vision battle.
Well, it looks like they didn't win the Vision War or the battle, so very, very interesting fight there in the bot side.
Prowler does land the snare this time. I'm not sure if they will look for... Oh, Prowler's actually still only level 5. Oh my goodness. This, oh, the roots do miss though, and Prowler could be in trouble. Featherstorm comes out, but there's got to get lucky. Showing up at the right moment. Ravane's just going to try to fight his way out. Now Prowler's level 6, and they turn it around. Big ol' shutdown going over to the Zac.
And we did see Odin as well rotate down, so I believe this team's starting to come online with communication. Very well timed jungle positioning there. If we look at farm, it's fairly even. Wild TP coming down.
Yeah, Pointy Ball is going to get something free here. Probably no. And Bidet actually came down as well. I'm not sure if that was really necessary. Got to get lucky. Is on a ward. We'll see if that ends up costing him. Maybe they'll go straight for the Drake, at least get something for their investment. But that wave is about to crash up top, so I think Bidet's just got to haul his butt back up there.
Big respect towards the aggression, but I feel like it might have been misdirected, or at least misprioritized. Got to get lucky getting some CC put on him, but able to escape before the tether can cinch.
And all of Team Ravane committing to this Drake, so Bidet is going to lose a lot of XP, a lot of gold up in this top lane, having just burned his teleport. But meanwhile, actually, Fruity Dinosaur almost gets a solo kill, or maybe that would have just been the passive. Yeah, it would have just been the passive. Antu got to get lucky, who comes back and smites away the red buff. So really, actually, no harm done.
No, and dragon stacking is prevented, so no 26-minute Elder. And looks like teams are just wanting... Oh, nope. Potential in the mid lane, pushing in that wave, using Herald. We are going to see at least 2 plates come off. Let's see if they can get that last little bit of plate off.
Yeah, it would be nice if... Yeah, I think... Oh, actually, they might get the third. Did they get the third?
They did. They did.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess
all right,
it's 2.5
nice.
plates.
Well, and right before the 14-minute mark, so pretty good last-moment investment of that resource. And Ravane is still so far ahead. I know he just got shut down in this bot lane, but this is a scary Xayah who's going to hit a power point faster than you usually imagine.
You know, I'd mentioned this last clash, and I'd got to play with Heretic, but do you know who his support was? It was Fruity. Fruity got to play the Zyra in our game 3, and he had the most damage on the team. He understands his role as Zyra. It's to get those catch-outs, and following those catch-outs, it's to output that damage.
Big brawl in the mid lane, or in the river, excuse me. Fruity Dinosaur taken really low, and Great Beard of Odin is just going to melt him. There's the laser as well, but Ravane, nice job just standing and delivering in the backline. Prowler's got to be careful. He could get destroyed here. One more auto from Ravane, won't find it. Good Featherstorm though, but now gotta get lucky. Is behind him. Sigtal Eternal first to the roam. Pointy Ball not even nearby. And a great job by Team Prowler, understanding that they had more members around. They could take that fight. Pointy Ball shows up though. I think that everyone stuck around a little too long. Burn the Heretic is going to get rooted up. Does Pointy Ball have the cooldowns back in time? Gotta get lucky. Misses that Q you were talking about a moment ago. And a big shutdown goes over to Pointy Ball. 2 quick kills for the LeBlanc. Who said he wasn't on time? It was all according to plan. Just wanted that gold to himself. The LeBlanc could get back in the game. Can he fool him with the clone? No, he autoed once, so now Sigtal Eternal will know which one is which. Fruity Dinosaur is here, and a good job rooting him up so he couldn't redirect the call of the Forge God. Now Sigtal Eternal has to be a little bit careful, as Pony Ball with one more QW combo could kill him. No, it'll go over to Fruity Dinosaur. There's that damage you were talking about that you saw in Clash, and that extended fight ends up probably going in the advantage of Team Ravane, actually.
The micro on these teams is very interesting to watch, Jeff. The fact that the lack of macro coming from Ravane's team and always playing responsively to these proactive engages from Prowler's team is very interesting, but their ability to maximize the amount of benefit they get from micro play, from that effective effective use of the sweeper to catch out Prowler on Lux and to get that follow-up kill, and then stay and that fancy footwork into the Ornn, just very impressive stuff, and two clashes of styles that are definitely being demonstrated here.
Oh, Prowler could be in trouble again as he was trying to use that sweeper, but he doesn't see the Amumu on time. There's the tears, and Prowler's just going to have to try to walk out on his own trail away from him. Odin was again coming down, not needed this time. We will have Infernal Soul, so that'll be exciting for all the damage dealers.
I think if Infernal has pretty much even benefit to both teams, considering the champions that they're playing.
Oh, I think you might have cut out.
Oh, you still with me?
Yep, I got you now.
Right, great. I think Infernal definitely has an equal value to both teams. I think if there was a benefit, it would probably go over to Prowler's squad. And I'm highly valuing... Oh, engage in the mid lane.
Oh boy, Pointy Ball might get solo killed. Oh, nice job by Odin. The flash into one more dash and a solo kill for the Team Prowler mid laner. But as you were saying, yeah, I think I would agree with you that slight advantage to Team Prowler. But I think both teams will be more than happy to see it, as we got a big engage going on in the bot lane. Ravane is just trying to kill the squishies around, gotta get lucky. Burn the Heretic has already used the Killer Instinct, so can't get back in. Nice root from Ravane, and they will get the Cell Division out. Be able to kill it as well. Sigtal Eternal didn't have teleport until just now, and I don't think it would have been an optimal time to use it anyways. He is down in the bot lane now, perhaps looking for a re-engage. They do catch Ravane with the Call of the Forge God, but a teleport is coming in from Bidet and Pointy, excuse me. Bidet was already there, I believe. Now Pointy shows up, and Sigtal Eternal, unfortunately, I don't think he has enough cooldowns left. Great Beard of Odin does have the ult available, though, and they do kill Bidet. The other 3 members of Team Ravane, I think, need to be very careful with this Diana around.
The amount of damage still on the table is very high for both teams, but the Diana being able to gap close much easier and pull in, definite huge threat. Seeing the Killer Instinct come out so early is something that I highly value in this Prowler squad, but I think the utilization of it As opposed to trying to follow up on an engage, or even perhaps to secure a kill, it was just a little premature. We do see Fruity caught out. Lots of ultimate from the Lux, a little unnecessary, but hey, you can't ever kill someone too much.
Yeah, oh, Pointy with a nice juke, able to kill Prowler and then return to where he came from. Get out scot-free. And all of a sudden, that makes this Drake a lot less safe for Team Prowler. Looks like they might have had an easy inside track, but Bidet and Ravane coming in. Oh, what a nice ult from CalHop. And now Odin is going to go down. That's the big carry that was still available. Burn the Heretic just now running back. Another bandage toss from CalHop on this Amumu. He's starting to really make some big plays now, and Pointy's just going to zone everyone else away. And now it'll be Team Ravane straight.
And proactivity, again, so highly valued out of Prowler squad, but it just, I don't think they predicted the flash ultimate from the Amumu. CalHop, incredible placement there. Very well executed out of that squad. So from here, we see a 3K gold lead favoring Team Ravane, and that gold looks like it is setting on the shoulders of both the carries. Prowler landing the ultimate and the snare. Damage coming across. Caltrop does land the Q. They do clean up the kill. Sexy Bidet picking up the purse at the end of the fight.
And second Rift Herald summon up now. This should get one turret, and I would imagine we'll see if they stick around to try to guide it to the second. Never mind, Sigtal Eternal's gonna counter engage in the bot lane is Ravane, so he cannot assist on this fight. In goes Burn the Heretic with that killer instinct, and a huge ult from Odin, along with a huge knock up from Eternal, and they get 2 quick kills. That's the entire front line, and we'll see. There's some fruit in the river. I don't think that they can Baron at this point. No, gotta get Lucky's all the way in the bot lane, so never mind, that will not be possible, but a nice counter engage from Team Prowler.
Very well done with the counter engage. I think also Fruity used his ultimate there, but he only caught Eternal, and that's just off the edge. That might even have just been bad footwork on the edge, on the place of Eternal. I think using the ultimate, more of a peeling tool here in this gap right here beside the river.
Oh, Pointy Ball. Okay, so Pointy Ball just annihilated Burn the Heretic right in front of Greatbeard of Odin. So that's what LeBlanc does to squishies, and I think that this LeBlanc is going to have a pretty good time, given that she has both Burn the Heretic and Prowler to go after.
With the Luden's complete, you forget about the amount of front-end damage that provides to AP assassins like LeBlanc.
And Prowler might be in trouble here again. Fruity Dinosaur and Pointy coming down. Ravane's already on the chase, going to give up that CS. Not sure if Ravane even needs to come for this, but just going to walk up and get the kill with the Q. So yeah, a little overextension from Prowler there, trying to get some damage on that bot lane turret, which still stands and is still quite healthy. I think it was so huge. We had that really extended play about maybe 5-7 minutes ago, where Pointy showed up. I said initially late to a fight. Is actually Greatbeard of Odin is going to get caught out as well and goes down. But Pointy showed up, and I thought it was a little late, but ended up picking up about 1,000 gold or so from kills at the end, and I think that really helped him get back into this after having trouble in lane. CalHop with another 3-man ult in the mid lane, and Pointy picks up another kill. Burn the Heretic just hasn't gotten to play League of Legends for the last couple of minutes. Pointy is under the turret as the big tanks are doing their job, but not long enough, and it's a 4-for-1 overall across the map. Ravane and Prowler just hanging out in the bot lane together.
Before the Caltrop ultimate, CalHop ultimate, it was a trap. Caltrops were the right word in my mind. But they did land an incredible hook to bunch those champions together. So, Jeff, you're in dire straits. You're on Team Prowler. You have the ability to catch picks, but your team's placement, it keeps baiting out these disadvantageous fights. What do you do to get back on equal footing now that you're 7K gold behind? Even if you don't have that knowledge, you're a Drake and you know a few items behind. So what do you do?
Well, the it'll be interesting to see vision scores after this game, because I really feel like where this game has really started to snowball away from Team Prowler is that they're getting caught overextending in their own jungle even. And so I think that they need to set up more vision. They need to get some advantages and get some picks. You have this Lux, you have the Diana, you know, the Zac. You can get picks pretty easily on some of these squishier characters, but not if they always know where you are and you never know where they are. Just like right now, as Pointy finds Prowler again.
What surgery? What drug can you take to get a reaction time to answer that engage from Pointy there? What could Prowler have done differently? I don't think even if he would have had the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange, there are a million universes where he doesn't hit that Zhonya's Hourglass at the correct time.
Yeah, I think the only way is if you are expecting that Pointy might be there, and so you sort of have your finger already over the Zhonya's. But yeah, if you're not expecting it, then it's difficult to react that quickly, absolutely. But once again, that goes back to vision. And obviously now that you're down 8,000 gold, it's really hard to set up vision. But I think that maybe about 5 minutes ago, they lost the vision war, and I think that that's really where this game has been decided.
Eternal
Third Drake.
Big risk walking up into that. I see what they're doing, just trying to slow it down, but that damage was just a lot. And that ultimate from Lux, usually a high-value ultimate, low cooldown, but the damage just wasn't as strong as I thought it would be onto Ravane, so I don't think that uncompleted mythic item Lux, going that first item, Zhonya's Hourglass, it's not providing that damage that a damage support needs to output.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Pointy hunting again, Greatbeard of Odin actually, with some Spidey sense, throwing a Q over the wall. But yeah, when a Lux is this far behind, not only in items, but also levels, and also when you don't have the passive to pop for that extra damage as well, the ult certainly looks less impressive, even though that did hit about 3 or 4 players, I believe. So it was nicely placed, just unfortunately not so potent at this point.
Definitely. We did see the Rabdon's Death Cap come online for Pointy, so that's additional AP on top of passive AP, or Magic Pin given from Luden's Echo. So this damage is just nigh unanswerable coming from this LeBlanc. Even their tanks have to quake in fear.
Yeah, we saw Pointy a second ago when you were talking about Eternal walking up a little too far, potentially. Pointy, you know, wasn't really under threat of killing him, but did get him down to about 40 to 50% health, which is a lot for an assassin against a tank.
Now, we do see wave management is also being in the bin. Got to get lucky going down to 1/4 health, 1/5 health. Ultimate, Caltrop does go in.
Yeah, and Pointy Ball is just being so oppressive right now. This is how you play LeBlanc once you've got some gold in your pockets. You just find a wall, and nobody can ever feel comfortable. Just like Burn the Heretic is about to be pretty uncomfortable. Nice job using the E, though, to get away from that chain.
Now, wave management
but you see
is
how
allowing that bot to push in.
Yeah, you see how Prowler, Sigtal, Eternal, Odin, these guys are all having to play so far away. They're having to be, you know, they're having to keep a corner of their eye on the side as Calhop goes in. No follow-up from Pointy Ball yet. But just when you don't know where this LeBlanc is, but you know that she could appear at any moment, kill you, and then disappear, it's so hard to play the game that way. And everyone has to path further away from this wall than they are, actually. If Prowler and Burn the Heretic could have been in a little danger there for a moment. Got to get lucky. Looks like he's looking for an engage. They want to pick onto Bidet. Nice flash. Just making sure he doesn't get picked. And now Pointy's set up in another little outpost. We'll see if he catches someone. Prowler, good check that time. And the corner of the Singularity did catch him. Pointy jukes 2 skill shots at once. And now goes in for Prowler. Forces out the flash.
Big moves coming from this Ravane squad. The thing that I find very interesting is despite performing so well in lane, we only see 1 tower down from this Prowler squad, and even then that was Herald assisted. So I think that their macro, though proactive, it wasn't very lane focused, and all the river fighting I think was to the detriment of Prowler and his army there.
Yeah, I think that we saw early on that the strength was being split vertically. We saw Eternal and Gotta Get Lucky doing some good work up on that top side, and we saw Ravane and Fruity winning bot lane pretty much from the outset. And I'm wondering if maybe... and then we saw Team Prowler... Actually, Prowler could be in trouble. This time he gets his Zonies off, but I think he will die anyways. But then we saw... You know, Team Prowler, they tried to make some plays bot side. Some of them went okay, but I'm wondering if they should have just allocated all their resources up top, tried to snowball that, and just told their bot lane, you know, just try to survive. We'll pick you up later.
Yeah, I understand trying to play through that bot lane carry, especially when you have the damage potential and mobility of a Kai'Sa. But my question would be from here, you have to fight at this Drake. 28 seconds till it's up. Prowler just now coming back up, so you have that potential to steal the Drake. But in this do or die moment, do you take the fight? Is that extra damage that you get, that you're going to be walking into a blind jungle with a coin flip, and here we see that paying off?
Oh, actually, Fruity Dinosaur is in the middle of about 3 characters and does get blown up right away. Great Bowden gets a pretty good ult off, and they are melting the front line. Ravane, though, in the back is just unchecked, unchallenged, and CalHop is too tanky. He survives all of that combo, eventually goes down to Prowler, and Gotta Get Lucky was able to escape as well. So actually a 3 for 3, so that's got to feel pretty good for Team Prowler. Yeah. But as you were saying before... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Irrelevant now as this Drake goes over, but my question would have been, do you let the Drake go at this time? If you're going to be walking into that coin flip, potentially putting another 2,000 gold in the opponent's pocket. But they played that very well, and that wasn't the outcome. They did pick up some gold in return, even though they didn't pick up the Drake. So with the next objective on the board being the Baron, I want to know, what do you do to prevent these blind situations? I mean, you can't have the whole team buying blue trinket. It's just not a value purchase at that level, at that volume. But really, you need that kind of a whole quadrant vision from a distance in order to prevent that. Oh, pointy ball.
Oh my gosh!
I'll let you. I thought. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just remarking on the damage from Pointy.
It's insane, and there's just so much catch-out potential from this Ravane squad. I really thought it would be more team fight focused, but these guys are just, it's whoever makes one mistake gets caught out. That's where the team fights go.
Yeah. But as I think you were about to ask, do you take the Baron fight if there would have been one? I would have said no. I think you just sort of send Gotta Get Lucky on a mission, just trying to get the steal. You know, if he goes down, that's okay, as long as you don't, you know, get completely wiped off Summoner's Rift. That's what I would have said. Obviously, that doesn't matter anymore. I do think you have to fight for Elder, just because when you're this far behind, if they also get Elder, you might as well just surrender.
I hard agree. If I were the one driving this Prowler squad, I would concede a turret, try to play around their forced aggression, and take it out of the jungle. Fight in your base, fight on your terms, but fighting in the jungle, off the table. If you don't have advantage going into the fight and first arrival and first vision placement, the objective doesn't exist. You're throwing the game if you go into that situation. So you turtle up, you fight on your terms, and you make the LeBlanc be out in public.
Yeah, I absolutely agree there. And yeah, I don't necessarily know if this Baron is really that bad of a thing. At least not compared to, say, the Infernal Soul or the Elder Drake. Because, well, we'll see. It's Gotta Get Lucky. Looks like he's winding up for Pointy, but LeBlanc's so mobile, obviously going to be just fine. Actually jumps back. I was wondering if he might go for that play, but Beard of Odin was ready. I don't think anyone's ever called him just Beard of Odin. My bad, that was weird. But gets a big shutdown onto Pointy Ball. Sigtao Eternal goes down, though, and CalHop with another great ult into the backline, destroys Burn the Heretic by himself. The Infernal Soul really paying off there as the Amumu doing more damage than you expect. Ravane in the backline finishes things up. It's only Prowler left, and I think this will be game.
I think they have all they need to push this in. The ultimate from Lux will clear the wave, but the damage is inevitable. Calhop going in, blaming CC, but nope, outplayed by the CC from Prowler. Baron minions pouring into the base. 4 death timers up. Prowler, the last and best hope for his own team. Will the captain go down with the ship, Jeff?
He probably should, because Ravane backed. So if he can hold on to this Nexus, this game isn't actually going to be over. I'm not sure really why Ravane backed, but they will get both turrets. But Team Prowler hangs on for one more fight at least.
Ooh, Ravane could have ended the game there. Very interesting call. I guess they want everybody on the screen when victory happens. But
yeah, that's kind of the only thing I can think of is he's having a lot of fun being a really fed Xayah. He wants to keep playing.
Now, we don't see any wards in the Prowler base, so that means that we're not going to see any spicy TPs coming from the day. Looking at it, Pointy's TP's down as well. I don't think that there are any real objectives on the map that Prowler's team needs to walk into. So, if I were them, you have super minions coming through one lane. They didn't take inhibs, the top or the bot inhib. So you know where your income's coming from, and you can even prioritize who that income goes on to. Stop the game. You prolong this game. We are playing 2014 Korean meta. Oh, Prowler gets caught out. Damage.
Prowler's dead again though. The damage from Zyra.
Yeah, and she's got the Lissandras, so you're not really going to heal out of that. You're not gonna survive it. You know where your gold income's coming from, Jeff. There's no reason. Invest in that mid lane, turtle up, protect your turrets, and let those carries scale. That's your best way back into this. You've shown you have the ability to fight in team. Ultimate coming out from Greatbeard Odin.
They're looking for Ravane. Yep, good Featherstorm, but I think Odin will still get in range, and there's Azonius, and Ravane is going to go down. There's Burn the Heretic jumping in with that Killer Instinct, using the ult really, really well there, but the rest of Team Ravane is here to clean up. Pointy Ball's still alive, able to just delete everyone upon arrival, and Bidet is in the base, just ending the game.
Anticlimactic.
So a valiant effort. Yeah, a valiant effort from Prowler, Team Prowler, the last couple minutes, but Team Ravane, really, really good stuff from the mid-game onward.
I got the ending bug, folks, so that means Game 1 has ended, and Team Ravane picks up their first win of the night, potentially. We'll see what happens with our penultimate game, Game 2. Just 1 second, folks. We're going to make that lobby and get you straight into Game 2. So, we've seen the performance of these players, and we saw that the Greatbeard Odin on the Diana did great in lane. What changes do you make? In my mind, I don't agree with Prowler playing Lux. He has such a great game sense, and he's such a good in-game leader. I want to see him on Leo. I want to see him on Rel. I want to see him on Champions where he can say, you follow me, hit buttons after I press buttons, and we get kills. That's the sum total of it. When you pick that Lux, or when you pick something like Zyra or Pyke, you're looking to carry from that role, and I want to see him enabling other players. That's something he's so good at, and I want to see that happen this game.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think one pick that specifically comes to mind for me is the Sett. We saw Prowler playing Sett as a bot lane carry in the LCUS earlier this year. So obviously he is more than capable on that champion, and Sett support is certainly a viable thing for a player who knows how to pilot it. So I think that could be a really, really good. I do understand not wanting to play a melee support into Zyra if they knew that it
Audio cut out on me. You still
infuriating to play against as a melee champion. Oh, yep, sorry.
You good? Misspeak on my part. I said the Zyra had Lyssandra's
champion into Zyra because playing melee into Zyra is terrible.
I think
Leanders.
yeah, you caught me there. It might have been my southern draw though. We are setting this up now, folks. Again, I thank you for your patience. I saw the question, where's the poll? We'll try and get a poll up for this game. I forgot about it, to be candid. Create custom.
Oh.
All right. We'll see the players start to pour in to this game too. Now, aside from Prowler, because we already talked about him enough during the last split. I think if I didn't say his name again the rest of the night, he'd still be the most publicized player in the league. Lucky on the Zac. I think he had great impact. He had good game sense of where to be. We saw that multiple times with him in the bot lane. I don't know of any other pocket picks he might have, but I'd love to see that again, but with the correct comp played around it. I think that Eternal did a great job playing with the Odin, with the Ornn. He definitely shown his ability playing into a carry like the Darius, so that was very strong. Heretic, he performed well on the. He's performed well in the past on carry champions and tanks alone, so I don't know what that would translate to in terms of ADC, but I think that maybe something like Jinx or something that he doesn't have to try and focus on that mobility, but the team playing around him might be a higher value pick. I'm not exactly sure if they agree with that, but I think there's some opportunities there. Any thoughts from you, Jeff?
I mean, I don't think that anything you just said is a bad idea, but I also don't really think that it was necessarily comp difference last game. I thought the comps were relatively even in terms of their synergy and their balance and everything. Obviously, you were very magic damage heavy on the side of Team Prowler, but I think a lot of it was just execution. I think that Team Rivain, they just... I talked a lot about that one play where Pointy got 3 kills in the river on the back end of a fight. That was really, really huge. And the, it was much better vision from Team Rivain as well last game. So I think it was more about that than the comps themselves. But I do agree to go back to something you were talking about earlier, maybe an engaged support, or maybe just pulling the trigger a little faster on some other engages while that game was still even, or maybe they even had a small advantage, could have been a better choice.
Agree. I am correct most of the time, Jeff. I really appreciate you admitting that. So, folks, again, while we are between this game, I want to thank those that have subbed today. Remember those Twitch Prime subs. You already pay for them. You get the free shipping through Amazon. Go ahead and just give us the free sub. We greatly appreciate it. It keeps the lights on and it keeps me fed. Now, looking at chat, let's go ahead and let me set up a poll. What should we poll these nice folks? Who's going to win game 2? Is that it? All right. Let's go with this one. All right, folks. First predictions going up. Who's going to get first blood in this upcoming game, Rivain or Prowler?
Rivain or Prowler?
Which team? Which team?
Oh, which team? Sorry, I thought you meant which player.
No, if I was a gambling man, I'd say it's probably gonna be Odin. Just based off of the aggression and how Lucky was looking to play through him at the early part of the last game.
Well, especially since, for those of you out there who might not know, Greatbeard of Odin is the only one who rated himself as a 5 out of 5 on the survey I was talking about earlier. So waiting for him to deliver on that.
Being fair, 5 out of 6.
Ah, dang.
5 out of 6. You got to see the draft. Peach, you don't need to see no draft. This is all about flexing. This is all about aggression. I want First Blood Yumi. Give it to me. All right?
Yeah, I was going to say, are we allowed to wait until we see the team comps to guess, or do you want guesses now?
No, you ain't got to guess now. You guys got some time. I thought they'd be ready a lot faster. We still got some time.
That's fair, that's fair.
Okay,
I just went and got a beer anyways myself, because it's a fun time here in GMA.
Oh, it does sound delicious.
Yeah, no, I haven't casted a lot of them, but Gym Class Feeders is a pleasure to cast, man.
We're skipping.
It's fun because you see people doing things a little less seriously than in the actual LCUS, and we're going in. It looks like
we're skipping the formalities of a ready check on the other team and going straight into the action. This is what I like to see. If the LCUS is a NASCAR race or is Formula One, GCF is our monster truck rallies. I only want to see big, meaty picks from big, meaty dudes ready to duke it out. Let's go. Some similar bans coming out from both squads. Ravain's squad banning out the Volley Bear, keeping that out of the hands of Eternal, as well as Gotta Get Lucky. Looks like, I don't know if they went in order like they did last time, but Lucky is now in the support role with Prowler and Jungle. Which
yeah, both teams switched positions. Actually, it looks like.
Yeah, Ravain top now.
Ravain top, Pointy, and at bot lane carry.
So
and Bidet in the mid lane.
I guess Prowler's not going to take that setting down, and Ravain's like, you guys can win without me. I'll set on my island.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even notice the position changes on Team Prowler until you said them, but I noticed the ones on Team Ravain immediately because that ribbon band didn't make sense to me until I realized that it was in response to Ravain being the top laner. For those of you who might not know, Ravain gets his name, I believe, from his two favorite champions, Riven and Vayne. You see both of them banned away, so I imagine he's not too happy right now.
Some spicy stuff. Again, we see the Rek'Sai band coming across. I imagine that's targeted towards Calhop. He must be a very strong Rek'Sai player. Ravain taking his time on the pick. Fiora looking to style on him, and Fiora blind.
Right, that'll be fun.
Bold. That's bold. that's the spicy nacho pick of top laners.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Eternal brings out in response because. Okay, Garen, that's
Eternal. That's Eternal's like go-to pick.
Yeah,
give him the opportunity.
Yeah, that's an old pocket pick of his, right? Yeah.
So
and speaking of old pocket picks, Master Yi for Prowler.
Not even seeing the CC that could potentially be on the board. Going straight for the Yi. Prowler is in full Predator mode right now. Easy pick Rammus with the Rammus changes. He's very strong right now. And just having that passive Thornmail, then potentially buying a Thornmail, it's easy pickings picking that into Master Yi. I imagine they had that prepared. Sorry, folks. I'm going to choke to death.
Vigar in the mid lane. And this could help make you look like a prophet if Odin goes something of an assassin. Could see Akali. It is available. Oh, we're gonna see Gwen. Okay, well, I'm just gonna tell everyone full disclosure. I don't really know what Gwen does yet, so that'll be a hoot for everybody watching.
The thing that's gonna be the highest value is that small area around her that prevents CC, makes her untargetable. I also don't like the Vygar pick in the Master Yi. I feel like most of the time that feels right because putting Yi in a Baby Gate feels good. But when Yi has that Q up, he doesn't care about the Baby Gate. He's on top of you regardless. So I definitely think there might have been some stronger CC. As someone that is trying to pick up the mid lane right now, I'm personally working on it. I feel like there's too much disrespect that goes on to champions like Lissandra and other champions that are just survive lane. We just don't see that anymore, and I'd like to, and I think the meta could be reflective of that here soon. We do see bans coming across, definitely not wanting a repeat of the last game with that Zyra and the Kai'Sa ban, preventing that AoE CC coming from the ultimates of Morgana and of she knows her name. Seraphine. That's her. I went to school with a Seraphine. No, that's a different Seraphine. Less into genocide.
Hey, good prediction on the Jinx, though.
It's just smart. It's smart play. If you're having trouble trying to play into mobility, just don't try and be mobile. All right. Let's see what these final picks will be. Looks like they are going to give the counter pick to the support, unless that's support Garen. Very interesting call there. The silent support does come across.
Support Gwynething?
It most definitely not. It doesn't do anything of that nature. Support Scion is Fruity Dinosaur's premier pocket pick, high band priority, over 1 million mastery.
Yeah, I saw Twitch chat talking about that earlier. They were disappointed they didn't see it. So, gonna get to see it this second time, and Leona. So, beefy supports in the bot lane, and we've got 1 carry per team up on the top side. So, still 2 tanks per team, but in different locations this time around. I gotta say, this Rammus pick is gonna get a lot of value potentially between Master Yi, Jinx, Garen. That's a lot of damage that's going to be minimized by one champion's inherent abilities.
Yeah, and you really don't have any AP on the side of Prowler's team to burst him down. But the real issue is, in my mind, Prowler, very strong Master Yi player. You have a taunt, the baby cage, and a Scion knock-up if you land it. I don't feel like there's the adequate amount of CC to answer a scaling Prowler. And there's really only one play late game, and that's Vygar press R on him. So I feel like they need to prioritize not letting Prowler scale. I think that they don't scale as well, but I think if they were to prevent scaling, they have more than a safe enough comp to be able to allow Sexy Bidet and Pointy to take objectives rather quickly through Siege, which the other team I don't think does near as well.
Yeah, between the event horizon from Bidet and the knock-up that can be channeled for a couple seconds from Fruity Dinosaur, there's a lot of zone control that Prowler's going to have to navigate in order to get into fights. And I think that the taunt from Rammus is actually going to, if Team Ravane pulls this off, that will be instrumental, because you talked about the Q of Mastery, the Alpha Strike, how he can, just vanish for a little while, come back, someone's probably dead. If you can get the taunt on him as soon as he comes out of that, or potentially even before he goes into it, he's dead. He's absolutely dead. He can't pop his W, he can't Q. He will die immediately, assuming that they stack the rest of the CC on top of it properly. So Prowler's going to have to be pretty careful about how he enters these fights. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just trying to wait out and hope that CalHop uses that taunt on someone else before he even feels safe going in.
I don't disagree with you, except for 2 things. One, in this comp coming from Ravane's squad, you have 1 engage. Outside, you have 2 engages. The Scion ultimate, or a Bush knock-up, or the new Rammus ultimate. That Rammus ultimate, I think, is one of the greatest detriments to tank Rammus, because he's no longer a stand in the back line, use your ultimate, taunt and peel, and dish you just tons of AoE damage to an engage tool. So you really have to have diamond hands to say, I'm not going to engage. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to peel for my carries. I'm going to wait for the E, because if he presses R to try and get the Jinx, I feel like there's enough damage from the Gwen and the Yi late game where you're not going to have the opportunity to walk back to try and peel off with that. There's a lot of threat on Prowler's team that I don't think is adequately answered. Now, that being said, I actually am going to go with Ravain's squad. I feel like late game Fiora plays better into late game Garen, and in a 4-1 split, Fiora will be able to push, and you can't. Either Prowler has to leave to answer her, or Gwen does. And the Jinx is just too easy of a target for a Veigar or an Ezreal. She has to scale up in team fights, so I'm going to go with Ravain taking the win this time.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if Team Ravain will be even looking to engage, though. I know you talked about how the Ram Assault now is an engage tool, but they might be fully satisfied to just disengage, kite back, wait for Team Prowler to maybe get over aggressive, because I think they'll be more than happy to just let this Fiora do what Fiora does best, which is split push. They can run a 4-1, and it'll be really difficult for Team Prowler to answer. And I think Team Ravain, unless they get off to a bad early game start and they have to engage because maybe they're on soul point or something, I don't think the pressure's really on them to engage with these particular comps. Split push comps are difficult to execute, though. You have to have such good vision control. You have to have really, really good coordination, communication. And so I actually am going to go with Team Prowler on this one, because I think their comp, the win conditions are just a lot more simple.
Very fair indeed. I think this is going to be an exciting match to watch regardless, and I think the first few minutes are going to be high value like our community. Gregosaurus Rex, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I love you. Thank you so much. Lots of chat banter going along. We absolutely love to see it. Why the Zyra ban at Peachiest Prince isn't in this game? Gregosaurus Rex, you missed a stomp from Fruity Dinosaur in game 1. Peachiest Prince, Prowler needs a front line and some CC. He didn't get it. He got some. He got the Leona. She's a CC machine. Yeah. But that's it. That's all you get. Some Jinx choppers, and that's the best we're gonna give you. $4, all I got. Now, looking at it, I think in terms of skins, I'm going to give it to Team Prowler. That's just because a Gwen is a newer and more interesting graphic than me looking at that beautiful turtle face or armadillo face that Rammus has. The Prestige Edition skin, high value, very money, great job. But at the same time, you got Ace of Spades Ezreal. I found Ace of Spades Ezreal in a dumpster behind a Blockbuster one time, guys. Really, not to put it down any much, but that's one of the worst skin lines in the game. Just being candid with you folks.
Absolutely agree on that. And you also have the project synergy from Team Prowler, which I appreciate.
I do, but the fact that Jinx doesn't have the border, I am insulted. If I were lucky, I would not appreciate the lack of the lack of focus on getting the border during the event. So I really hope that Burn the Heretic will double down and funnel more money and time into Riot for our enjoyment and pleasure.
Are you secretly a Riot employee? It's okay. You can tell me. It's a safe space.
I had I have too much ramen in my house to be a Riot employee. Let me just put it that way.
Hey, nothing wrong with ramen, man. Had some for lunch just today.
You're right. There is a good ramen, and I've got some lukewarm water and cup of noodle, and I'm in the cup of noodle I'm in the cup of noodle boat. All right. 90% load time.
Yeah, we've been stuck here a while. What's going on, guys? Oh, there we go. Just have to complain about it.
As we go,
what a great life lesson.
As we go into this game too, folks, make sure that you are letting us know your thoughts in chat. I flubbed up the the first poll. As soon as we see first blood come across, we'll issue that out. I put it out too soon. My bad. I'll do better in the future. You can dock my pay on that one.
Oh, and we got a pause.
Potential DC coming from Greatbeard to Odin.
And someone already curious about Fruity Dinosaur's amount of time put in on Scion.
I want to pretend in my mind that it's pre-rework Scion, so he was like,
oh my gosh,
full AP blood shield popping Scion.
Oh, just the Q and the shield burst. Such a silly champion.
And then they changed to me. It's like, oh, all right, I'll never play this again.
Yeah. Man, I remember when people used to run things like Scion Pantheon bot lane. It was just so annoying.
Oh god, and that champion, uglier than sin. Usually I'd say some kind of cliche joke like only a face of mama could love, but man, that's a lot to ask of mom. That's a whole lot.
A summoner has reconnected.
There's Greatbeard of Odin. Hopefully we're all good to go now.
Very good. I'm excited to see Gwyn mid. I don't know the time that he has into it, but I know that Riot definitely designed it as a top lane AP bruiser. And I think it's pretty matchup dependent in the mid lane because you want people in melee range, but you want them outside of melee range for your... well, you want them in melee range, and if they're outside of melee range, they can affect you while you're in that little area of effect.
In the mist, you mean?
Yeah, so interesting pick. It's definitely a I'm here to win on my terms kind of pick.
Yeah, I would imagine that Greatbeard of Odin has put in a decent amount of time on Gwen already, because I remember when the preview was first released, he was talking about being excited for her release. So wouldn't surprise me if he jumped on that train right away.
I'm hyped for an AP bruiser. I'm not hyped for another anime character. I could care less, man. After if you were new to this game and they showed you Greatbeard of Odin's in-game portrait right now, you could say, yeah, that's Seraphine. Yeah, sure. Jinx, yeah, I love Jinx. She looks like each and every other female character in the game. Just not that innovative. And even beyond all that, you know, champs like Rek'Sai and others that have those big weapons. Really, it's so hard to design skins for them. I'm excited to see exactly what they do, because after your third pair of scissors, you really don't need any more in your closet. I mean, unless JCPenney has a sale on giant scissors, you're not going to be buying that anymore.
JCPenney even still exists?
It does, and in Runeterra, it's actually the largest retailer. Fun fact. They don't know what a penny is, but it does very well there.
Oh, early sack for Veigar. Might be GG, everybody.
We will see.
Still no level 1 fun.
Minions have spawned.
We have a top side start out of one of the junglers. Prowler starting up top this time.
I like that because that potentially means bot lane engage, and when you're playing with a Leo, as long as you're laying that E, you've secured a kill.
Yep, I agree with you completely.
So very, very good dynamic and good forethought. At minute 4, this is going to be pretty hype.
I'm a little surprised to see the exhaust coming out from Gotta Get Lucky. I feel like there isn't really, that much, like, I usually see people run that when you have an assassin on the other side. I guess Veigar still has a ton of burst. Will Leona be in range to exhaust the Veigar, though, in fights? I'm not sure.
I think it also hits the Fiora pretty hard, because she wants to get that full mobility rotation around you, and delaying that takes a lot of damage out of her kit, even beyond just the exhaust passive. I agree there are better choices, but I can understand the logic, I believe.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. And even beyond the damage reduction, I guess the slow could really mess up Fiora's timing on that grand challenge as well.
Yeah.
Early push for Pointy and Fruity Dinosaur in the bot lane. Again, this did go this way last game, but I guess it was different players for the most part.
Now we did
About half the part.
Full red side clear for Prowler in the top quadrant. As he moves into blue, we are a minute. Oh, potential fight in the mid lane.
Yep, gank in the mid lane for Odin. Caught in the cage and able to just get through it with that miss. Nice use of that ability right there. And yeah, looks pretty clear from the start that Odin knows what he's doing on this champion.
It is interesting to point out he still got taunted. He jumped out and he didn't reposition that miss. You get one free reposition of that miss. In the top lane, fully stacked up Conqueror, Sigtal Eternal. Got the Conqueror all stacked up. Burn the Heretic below 200 health right now. Prime target for Pointy and his Q spam.
Yeah, this is dangerous because already used heal as well.
Yeah, that, and there's no vision from this Ravane squad. So they're all pushed up, and they don't have vision of this Prowler who just took Herald. And he's walking, and they're not walking away. I think we're going to see first blood here.
We'll see how it goes, because Burn the Heretic might just die under tower. He does. First blood does go down, actually, to Pointy Ball. So Prowler shows up, but good job by the bot lane of Team Ravane, just taking their lumps, but getting something. Actually, not even in return. They struck first.
Yeah, very, very well played. You like to see intelligent forward play. When I saw it happening, I had the camera set so I couldn't see the Jinx. I just saw Ravane, Pointy, phase up, and I was like, oh no, what's happening?
Oh, nice job by Eternal. Flashes in, solo kill onto Ravane.
Yeah, that's super disrespectful play out of Ravane playing that far forward from a burst. Garen does have a fair amount of front-loaded burst with that Q and the initial spin damage.
Yeah, and the silence was instrumental there, as Ravane couldn't Q away or flash.
Ooh, double flash.
Burn the Heretic had to flash in the bot lane.
Yeah, it was a flash engage too from Fruity Dinosaur. So 2 flashes expended in the bot lane.
Now, Ravane did go down right there, but will have flash advantage, and will have a CS advantage once he cleans up the rest of this wave. Missed a couple, but slight CS advantage.
We're at a 300k gold difference, but if you look at this CS, I think this is very, this is what we can expect the whole game. Quinn wants to be up in Vygar's grill, and he wants to attack her, but you need to be inside that field in order to get the most. And you know Aurelia's, where she's got to stack up with auto attacks before she can get the most out of her abilities. Gwen has that similar mechanic where she has to stack that up. That's what those purple bars underneath her. She deals more damage with that scissor ability. He does get slowed, knocked up. We are going to see damage coming from the minions, but the root does land from Gotta Get Lucky, slowing them down, preventing further engagement.
Yeah, and the Eclipse shield was huge there, because it seemed like that damage barely mattered. A lot of it to Gotta Get Lucky. Doing a good job body blocking for Burn the Heretic right now, who's just getting really, really bullied by this Ezreal. Or maybe even more so Fruity Dinosaur, who's doing a great job zoning with those Qs. And wow, Gotta Get Lucky gets popped. Fruity Dinosaur under the turret.
Ooh, this is a battle of shields. One of the best defensive shields in the game versus one
Prowler's
of the
here
best
again.
shields.
I think Pointy is, yeah, there's nothing to get this time. Pointy does go down. Here is Cal Hop in response, but Prowler gets an early kill. That's a nice job. And Ravane actually gets a kill back up top and survives just barely. I missed that one. I'm not sure if the stream caught it. I hope so. It looked like a good outplay.
It didn't, and it was a full, what's her ultimate called, Jeff?
Grand Challenge?
Yeah, it was a full Grand Challenge, too. She made the full rotation, so it was a very strong play. Sad we didn't see it. Peachiest Prince. Okay, new poll now. Thanks. Didn't even give me the full thanks either. Gave me the passive aggressive THX.
THX.
I have full respect for your aggressive text meta, but I'm going to answer with a solid denial of service and a patient expecting for me to issue that second one. Second poll.
Yeah, I just went back and watched that 1v1 up top. It's nicely played by Ravane. Parried the silence from Sigtao Eternal, so that's how that was able to come to pass. I do think that Eternal was maybe a little greedy sticking around there, given that he still had his teleport available. He probably could have just backed and come back with full health and wouldn't have been under threat.
I think a lot of it also has to do. I've been in that position. You're probably the guy at the skill disadvantage, and you're like, I'm not going out and like no punk. I ain't recalling. I'm gonna outplay you under this tower, and I'm gonna make you look dumb. I would have done the same thing, Eternal. You do you, buddy. Hard carry potential.
The mid lane, Greatbeard of Odin has amassed a moderate CS advantage. It's 11, going to go up and help out with the Rift Herald now. Ravane is chasing Sigtao Eternal, but he's got friends down there, so I think that CalHop should be going right to the Dragon right now. They know that this Rift Herald is about to go down, but no cross-map play coming out from Team Ravane.
Now, with this Herald on the Yi, that puts huge threat on this bot side in my mind. They're continually pressing up, so that's a huge target on your back. And we are going to see Team Ravane rotate towards this Drake.
Rift Herald in the mid lane right away.
I think that's to penalize the pick. Prowler.
Oh, they're looking for Prowler. He just barely got away from that. Look at Fruity Dinosaur, though. We're already seeing how well-versed he is on this Scion.
Yeah, and he was willing to take the fight, too. I love it.
So they do get the Drake. Cross-map objective accomplished. And Prowler's in full carry mode, going to take the second blue buff. Greatbeard of Odin looked like he might have had a mind that he was going to get it, but no such luck this time around.
We did see, after that as well, Pointy survive a 2v1 in the bot lane, just by movement. So I love that he's sticking to a theme of high mobility micro champions, with the LeBlanc and now the Ezreal, and that outplay is heavily appreciated on my part. Prowler showing the ultimate disrespect, just taking it right in his face, being like, you'll watch me take this, this scuttle and you'll like it.
Could be another fight between Eternal and Ravane up in the top lane, but Ravane will walk away for now. Yeah, you were talking about, well, they didn't use the Rift Herald bot, but I do think that Fruity, Pointy, or CalHop, somebody needs to be putting a lot more vision in this bot side river. That's twice now that Pointy and Fruity have been caught out by Prowler showing up. And when you're pushed up this far in lane, which they have been pretty much all game, you should be able to, there should be more than enough opportunity to have vision, to control the vision. So maybe a little bit negligent there, but obviously they've been dominating the lane, so I don't want to be too critical.
Prowler's
looking for Bidet. Gotta be careful though, because here is CalHop. Prowler under the turret. He won't quite get the kill, has to flash away.
Oh, ultimate from
and there's a Jim rocket coming. Oh, Bidet able to get away from it. And now CalHop, oh, gotta get lucky, went down actually. Meanwhile, CalHop looking to kill Prowler. Does. Greatbeard of Odin is there as well. CalHop, can he survive this? The ghost comes out, but it's not enough. Ezreal ult flies by both AD carries, trying to get involved from a distance. Meanwhile, Burn the Heretic is knocked up, has to flash, and Fruity Dinosaur goes right in after him. They don't quite have the damage, and Pointy gets caught on the traps. Didn't see how Gotta Get Lucky went down in the bot lane, but nice job again by Fruity Dinosaur and Pointy down here.
I think it's just the constant barrage of damage coming out of this Ezreal. He's just showing such ability to land all of these Qs, follow up on all that burst damage that Ezreal can produce. Just very solid micro play out of Pointy.
Yeah, Ezreal is a very, very oppressive champion to lane against if you don't take the early initiative against him.
Yeah, and I expected that with the Leona pick, but I think once team fights come online, you're going to start seeing, and Ezreal can't do much against the dive that this team has. The Prowler's team has. Sorry, folks. Very hung up on this and one tonight.
Prowler's looking towards the top lane. Ravane does have a ward, but takes an engage early and is now on the wrong side of Sigtal Eternal. Looks like wants to issue the challenge. Gets a couple of vitals, but now Prowler is here. Ravane, I think, has taken too long. Looking for the kill. He does get it. Nice job. Second time we've seen someone on Team Ravane realize that they're dead to a Prowler gank, go in and get something beforehand. Now CalHop just trying to run away from Prowler, but I don't think it'll be enough. Prowler kills him under the turret. Can he get out from under it? One more turret shot? No, not enough, and Prowler gets away. Immortal Shield Bow making a big difference there.
Ooh-wee.
Ezreal ult coming. Ezreal ult's coming, and someone must have seen it because they pinged Prowler. I don't think it would have hit him anyways.
No, he went to third bush. This is a slobber knocker of a fight, Jeff. TP coming out back from Garen, I believe? Or from
Ravane, yeah. Greatbeard of Odin will just respectfully walk away. Sexy Bidet's gotten some nice free time in the mid lane, though. Gonna get second plate. And that's a little unfortunate for Odin because I don't think he even got anything out of that roam up to the top side. So, Greatbeard of Odin, this time he will get stunned up, but just going to continue chasing. Oh, there's the ult. I believe that was the ult from Greatbeard of Odin. And, yeah, does pick up the kill. So, nice job punishing the overstay from Bidet, trying to get that third plate.
Yeah, big ultimate there, but the impressive part was the patient hands waiting for that baby cage to come down. And once that came down...
Oh, Pointy. Sorry. No. Pointy interrupting us.
Kai'Sa has the killer instinct, but Pointy's the one with the real killer instinct, Jeff. That was just vicious. Big
Prowler's here again, though.
Trying to find Pointy. Fruity Dinosaur keeping him away. Peppering that damage. Looks like he might pick one up on Lucky. Exhaust coming across.
Yeah. Ultimate. Oh, good flash from Lucky. But CalHop is here, actually, and now Prowler's just going to have to run away. We'll see if the taunt lands. It does. It'll be right into the stun. So much damage mitigation, but Pointy gets the double. Meanwhile, Ravane and Sigtal Eternal again battling. Grand challenge is issued again, and we're already seeing what happens in this matchup. Ravane just outscaling really hard at this point. Eternal goes down again. A whitewash for Team Ravane across the map in the last minute.
Yeah, wow. We called it a difficult comp to pull off, but man, they're starting to come online now. Gold finally making a clear call.
Oh my goodness, Pointy.
Again.
Oh my gosh, landing every Mystic shot. Took a turret shot even in the middle of that.
Vicious stuff. Fighting non-stop in all three lanes right now, Jeff. Now with a clear gold leader, 3k gold advantage, 4k gold advantage. Every time I talk, it goes up another K.
And they've got Lucky again. Yeah, feeling pretty unlucky right now. Gwen trying to come over and give some help, but, or excuse me, actually, that was Bidet who got there first, so. The Event Horizon comes down just for some assurance. Pointy's going to take a blue. So Greatbeard of Odin will still not get a blue yet this game. And yeah, things really just catapulted in the favor of Team Ravane in the last couple minutes. Oh boy, Burn the Heretic might die again. Pointy, this is just rude at this point. True Shot Barrage! Oh no!
Oh, God, the oppression!
I'm wondering if... Oh, actually, they're looking right in onto Bidet. I think that this should be a kill, so Team Prowler will finally get something back in the last couple of minutes, staunch the momentum a little bit. What I was going to say is I was wondering if Burn the Heretic just barely didn't have vision of Pointy Ball when he started to wind up that ultimate, because I was surprised to see him not try to juke or sidestep in any direction. Must not have realized it was coming. Second Rift Herald will go over to Team Prowler, but Eternal and Prowler in a lot of trouble now. Oh, Fruity Dinosaur comes in, just barely misses his Prowler flashes, but we'll see what happens now. In goes CalHop, gets that big engage ult we were talking about down, and it was the right choice this time at least. Another kill goes down, and I believe this will be the mid lane turret cracking as well.
Huge plays coming out from this Ravane squad, showing to be macro masterminds playing into this scaling comp that Team Prowler has. I've expected a lot more out of the team fights for Team Prowler, but they're not giving them the opportunity to group and fight with this across-the-map play. It's not only solid, but it's downright tyrannical. The amount of damage they can do without even completely engaging, So just fun to watch.
Man, Dinosaur is so good on this Scion right now. Just the presence, the awareness to know that he could walk behind the turret there as a support, basically on a solo mission. But, I mean, Scion, obviously much tankier than most of your supports, and understanding the game situation, knowing that he would be safe back there and could secure that inner turret for his team.
Now we are starting to see mythics come on across the board. For Team Ravane, you are seeing the first bits of those second items come online. It is interesting to see the prioritization of completing as many tank items as possible on these supports. The interesting thing in my mind is the Knight's Vow on the Scion. So I'd love to hear about his decision making on that. But I guess you just want to eat as much damage as you can. What do you care if you die?
Yeah, I guess, especially against a Master Yi, you know, if your AD carry or whoever that Knight's Vow is attached to just can survive one or two more swings, that denies the reset a little longer, gives you a little longer to lock down Prowler. Meanwhile, Ravane gets another kill. Gotta get lucky, trying to engage in the mid lane, but just gets melted. It's a 3v3 in the mid lane now, and I think everyone's gonna have to run as Prowler is here with a vengeance, but Pointy does a lot of damage, kiting back. Immortal Shield Bow will keep Prowler up, but there's the Ram as CalHop arrives. Sigtal Eternal goes down. Ravane healing up so much from the Grand Challenge. Odin can't do enough by himself. It's an ace for Team Ravane.
Woo! Big ace coming across, and it looks like they're going to get a turret and probably an inhib as a reward for that incredible back and forth fight. I don't even want to call it a team fight, but more like a series of brawls that climaxed with an ace. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, it was about 2 or 3 different skirmishes that found each other eventually, and CalHop came from so far away to eventually involve himself in that fight.
So
Pointy did go down, and I think that would have been a nice chunk of change going over to Prowler.
And it completed his boots and allowed him to buy some additional lifesteal. So very good there. Looks like they are setting up for the Murder Bush here in the bot side river. Full vision advantage in their favor in that bottom quadrant. They are going to prioritize these stacking Drakes. This will be their 3rd consecutive Drake in a row. Let me give you all that timer. Didn't realize I cut it off. 12 seconds till Drake comes up.
Yeah, and they've already swept out this entire area, so they know that Team Prowler has absolutely no vision around here.
Yeah, and with vision of the Jinx and Gwen, you know you're not going for Baron. Prowler's not at a point where he can solo that, so...
Yeah, so nice setup there from Team Ravane. Sigtal Eternal just trying to get some work done up here in the top lane. Going to take down this turret. I believe that is the first one for Team Prowler. And Prowler living up to his name, he's just lurking in this bush, waiting to see if someone tries to come kill Sigtal Eternal, but not to be at this point. Teleport actually now coming from Ravane, so Prowler is still around. Fruity Dinosaur is relatively nearby, so we'll see if he can arrive in time to save Ravane if Ravane gets aggressive for this kill. Now Prowler's coming. Fruity Dinosaur's around the back. This is basically a game of cat and mouse, but we're not sure who is who right now. Sigtal Eternal tries to go up against that wall, but can't get it done. And now Prowler he doesn't have a reset. He doesn't have the damage. Ravane, really, really good stuff so far in this game. 8 and 2 on this Fiora.
Dear God, the outplay there. I absolutely love seeing the Stride Breaker into complete that stack to allow for the healing. Ravane just continuing the fight. I think that's pretty indicative of the game state, though. You really have very little potential for these catch-outs. I appreciate that Eternal was playing that forward, trying to bait that out, but I don't think that you're in a place where you can go for baits like that, where you can go for trying to take those kind of advantages. You really need the team fight from front to back with the squad that you have right now and allow the Yi to go in and do what he does.
Yeah, it was funny. I really thought that Fruity Dinosaur arriving was going to save Ravane in that 2v1 that I thought he'd get tempted into, but didn't even need it. Ravane just with a solid 1v2 all on his lonesome. And that's that scaling Fiora. And now Sig Tower Eternal in a lot of trouble again. Trapped in the cage, doesn't have flash, doesn't get stunned up yet. Now he does, and Bidet's just going to try to kite away. We'll see if Eternal can get close enough. Doesn't look like he has a chance. Going to go down again. Ravane is godlike.
I think that's one of those tilt positions where you're like, I'm just going to push.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Put me on my island. You guys go play League of Legends. I'm going to play PvE for a little bit. I get it. It happens. 23-9, kills heavily favoring this Ravane squad. They are at a solid 9k gold lead. Sorry, not 9k. At a solid 11k gold lead.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I think you were right the first time, actually.
Oh my god. Ugh.
That's okay. It looks like it's about to be 11. So we'll just say that you looked into the future.
Big flash coming out. Prowler following up on the ignite, but it doesn't matter. Ravane just too big.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good job by Prowler. Waiting with that Q. Able to get that last bit of damage down. That's a big ol' shutdown. Going over to Prowler, the hyper carry on this team. Just given how Burn the Heretic has been held down so much so far. Teleport coming in. This is a 4v5 that Team Ravane is opting into. Bidet is all alone in the front line. This Vigar is frontlining right now. Big Ezreal ult comes across. Eternal is really, really low. Gotta get lucky, gets into the back line. Meanwhile, CalHop just trying to delay the fight, and they do eventually take down, I believe it was Gotta Get Lucky in that back line. So it's a relatively even fight until just a moment ago. Pointy is still here. This Ezreal is still on fire in this game. Who needs a Fiora when you've got another carry? Eternal jumps in, but Bidet with a really, really nice stopwatch. Call your congressman in honor of my guy, Kenos. This will be game 2 going over to Team Ravane.
Well, folks, that will complete our best of 3. Now, the game hasn't froze on me yet. Could be the comeback of the century. It's not. Wow. Incredible play coming from both teams, but Team Ravane showing that their ability to play the macro and successful micro from players like Pointy. I couldn't pick an MVP tonight if you paid me to. Jeff, do you have any closing words to end out this stream tonight?
Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. Thanks to the players, thanks to you for putting it all together. That was just good to watch. I hope the players had fun. I imagine maybe some had more fun than others, but given it's a low stakes environment, I hope everybody walked away feeling good.
Oh yeah, and again, thank you so much to our players, to all our viewer friends out there. Make sure that you're heading to the link below to join our Discord. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. Hit us up on Reddit. Heck, if you can find my house, look for the smoke signals. We want you in our community, and we want you participating. Our players did a fantastic job tonight, and to our new subscribers or continual subscribers, thank you so much. Here in the coming weeks, we are going to have some changes announced to our community in order to make it a bit more open to the public, so please keep your ears open to that. We will be announcing our next event here in the next few days, so make sure you're watching our socials for that. And Jeff, 5-star performance, 10 out of 10, would co-cast again, man. You're a legend, and I'm so hyped that we got to enjoy your voice tonight. Folks.
Oh, you too, man. Loved it.
Thank you. Folks, hope you have a great night, and thank you.